Welcome in AI class, and let us start with our topic, that is OpenOffice Writer. Today we will start with the feature spelling and grammar. Yes, it is one of the feature of Writer window, Writer document, that we can check spelling and grammar mistake within the document. Sometime at the time of typing, you might have seen red colored, blue colored, or green colored wavy line under the text. Let us discuss what is the meaning of these wavy lines. A red colored wavy line indicates spelling mistake. Yes, if there is spelling mistake, then there will be red colored wavy line under the text, where a green colored wavy line indicates grammatical mistake. So if there is mistake in the grammar, then there will be green colored wavy line. And sometime you might have seen blue colored wavy line under the text. What is the meaning of blue colored? That is, if there is no spelling mistake, if there is no grammatical mistake, but there is one or more than one word within the sentence which does not fit to the sentence, then there will be blue colored wavy line under the word. Again I am repeating, if there is a word within the sentence which does not fit to the sentence, then there will be blue colored wavy line, that is for the meaningless word within the sentence. So in the OpenOffice Writer, there is a feature spelling and grammar by which we can check our spelling or grammatical mistake within the document. Let us discuss. There are basically two ways to check spelling and grammar mistake. First is by auto spell check, and second by spelling and grammar option. Let us discuss one by one, and first one by auto spell check. For auto spell check, click on the auto spell check button on the standard toolbar. Yes, you can see this button in the diagram, auto spell check button on the standard toolbar. Alternative, right click on the incorrect word. Yes, right click. Whenever we will right click on the incorrect word, number of suggestion words will be displayed to us, and we can select from those words which is required. So alternative, right click on the incorrect word with a red wavy underline, and then select a word from the suggestion list. And third alternative, from the autocorrect submenu. Let us see in the diagram also. Here I have written one word where there is spelling mistake. I have written EXIRTING. So red color wavy line is there. I have right clicked on the word, and you can see number of different words are suggested to me, which I can select according to our requirement. And you can also see in the sub options there is autocorrect option. Yes, we can also select desired word, required word from this autocorrect sub menu. So select required word, and that required word will be replaced with the incorrect word. What is the difference in between selecting the word from the autocorrect submenu? That is, if we will select a word from the autocorrect submenu, the incorrect and the replacement words are automatically added to the autocorrect list. And whenever next time, if again we will make mistake for the same word, that word automatically will be corrected. This is the difference in between selecting the word from the autocorrect submenu as compared to directly selecting from right clicking on the incorrect word. Now, how to correct word, how to check spelling and grammar mistakes from spelling and grammar option. For this, to check spelling and grammar mistakes, click spelling and grammar option from the tools menu. Yes, let us see in the diagram also tools menu, and first option you can see spelling and grammar. Yes, and for this you can see its shortcut key is also given, that is F7. So select the spelling and grammar option from the tools menu. Whenever we will select spelling and grammar option from the tools menu, a spelling and grammar dialog box will appear. Its alternative is we can also select spelling and grammar button on the standard toolbar. Yes, you can see on the standard toolbar there is spelling and grammar button. Yes, firstly we have discussed autocorrect, which is also, and now spelling and grammar option, these are near to each other. And third alternative, as we have already discussed, shortcut key, that is F7. So by selecting these, the spelling dialog box appears. You can see spelling dialog box. The word which we have typed wrong will be there in the not in dictionary box. Yes, you can see not in dictionary first box is there. Our misspelled words or incorrect words will be listed there, and its alternative, its replacement, correct words which we can select from the suggestions box will also be listed. And if we don't want to select from the suggestion box, yes, we can type by our own also, then our typed word will be replaced. So select the word from the not in dictionary, like here EXITIN is written. I want to change, either from the suggestion box you can select or you can type, and then select the required button from the right hand side. You can see number of buttons are there: ignore once, ignore all, add, change, change all, autocorrect, and close. So if you want to ignore your word is correct, if it is not in the dictionary, sometime we are typing the name and that is not in the dictionary, then still there will be red colored wavy line. You want to ignore, yes, click on ignore. You want to ignore all from all locations, then click on ignore all. Add button is you want to add this word in the dictionary, then there will be no mistake for the next time. Click on the change button if you want to change from the suggestion box. Change all to mean you want to change for the all occurrence. Where autocorrect, again already we have discussed autocorrect, it will, by clicking on it will autocorrect the selected word. And close button is to close the dialog box. So we have discussed, after checking the spelling and grammar mistake, click on the close button. At the end there will be a dialog box, that is a message box, the spell check is complete. So whenever our document it will complete the spelling and grammar for all the pages, then there will be a message box that the spell check is complete. Click on OK button. So by this way we can check our spelling and grammar mistakes from the document by predefined features, spell and grammar check. Next, now font work gallery. Yes, very attractive, very interesting, and I think you have worked with font work gallery already. OpenOffice Writer has an inbuilt font work gallery. Inbuilt to mean already prepared, already built in the document. We need to only select and we need to only type the font. OpenOffice Writer has inbuilt font work gallery that can be used to insert text in different styles. So if we want to type text in different styles, for that there is Fontwork Gallery. Let us see different styles. Yes, these are the different styles of font. We can select desired and we can type in desired font work style. So let us discuss its step, how to use Fontwork Gallery. For this, click on Fontwork Gallery button on the drawing bar. Let us see. You can see here drawing bar. Drawing bar is there and Fontwork Gallery button, it's indicated on the drawing bar. Sometimes drawing bar, it is not visible in our writer document. What we can do for that? To indicate, to show drawing bar in the document, select view, toolbars and then drawing option. Then automatically drawing toolbar will be there and we can select Fontwork Gallery button from the drawing bar. Whenever we will select Fontwork Gallery button, the Fontwork Gallery dialog box appears with different styles. Yes, select desired style. Yes, from the given and then click on OK button. The selected fontwork design will appear in the document. Double click the fontwork design in the window and the default text. What is the default text? Default text mean automatically text will appear, that is fontwork. It will be written inbuilt. You want to edit? Yes, double click on that. Fontwork will appear in the editing mode. Now we want to change the text. Yes, to change the text, click anywhere in the document. To change the text, firstly type the text, whatever text you want to type, and then click anywhere in the document. The changed Fontwork text will appear in the document. You want to move it, you want to place at required place, yes, you can do it. You want to edit it later on, yes, you can edit later on too. Now next, let us discuss inserting images. Sometimes we need images with our text also. In the presentation, within the text, to explain something, we want to insert images. Like in these notes, I have inserted number of images at required places. So just similar way, if you want to insert image, yes, we can insert image. There are basically two ways to insert image in the writer document, that is from file or from gallery. Yes, we can insert picture from file, and second way is insert picture from gallery. So let us discuss these one by one. Inserting picture from file. For this, steps are: click insert and then select picture from file. Click on the insert menu, then there is option picture, and then from the sub menu select from file. Insert picture dialog box appears. Yes, and then there will be number of images, number of pictures stored in your computer, stored in your device. Locate the picture. Yes, select the picture and click on open button. Your selected picture will be inserted in the document. Later on you want to move it, you want to change its location, yes, simply we can drag and drop and we can place at a desired location. Next, inserting picture from gallery. Yes, from gallery we can also insert. In gallery there are predefined with the OpenOffice software the images, the pictures, the icons we want to insert. Yes, we can insert from the gallery too. For this, select tools menu and then select gallery. The gallery appears above the document. You can see, yes, in the diagram gallery appears above the document, and on its left hand side number of themes for the images appear. From the left hand side you can select themes. Yes, number of themes are there, like arrow I have selected, arrows, background, bullets, computers, number of themes will be there. Select the required theme and related images will appear on the right hand side. Select a required image, yes, and selected image will be inserted in the document. We can also drag and drop the image at the required position in the document. So by these two ways we can insert image either from file or from the gallery in the writer document. Now next, wrapping text. You might have noticed that at the time you are typing, whenever we are typing, at the end of the line automatically our text moves to next line. So wherever there is end of line, automatically next text moves to the next line. That is wrapping. For the text there is automatic wrapping for typing of the text within the document. But sometime we want to wrap, we want to set text with the image also. Say we want to insert image and to its left hand side, to its right hand side, to its above, to its bottom, to the image we want to set text. Yes, we can set, and that is known as wrapping text for the text with the image. There are different options to wrap text around the image. Let us discuss its steps. The steps are: select the image. Select the image to mean select the image to which we want to set text around it. Select the image. Select wrap option from the format menu. Yes, in the format menu there is a wrap option. Let us see. So here is format menu and you can see wrap option. So whenever we will click on wrap option from the format menu, number of its sub option will appear. Yes, select required wrap option, desired option we can select, and text will be wrapped to the image according to selected option. Next our topic, that is header and footer. Yes, you all know about header and footer. What is header and footer? Firstly, header. Header is the text that is printed at the top of each page. That is in the top margin in a document. That is known as header. And footer, from its name it's very clear, footer is printed at the bottom of each page. Yes, the text whatever we want to print at the bottom, yes, we can print it, we can type it in the footer. So header and footer provides additional information except than the text what we have printed within the working area. Header and footer provide additional information about the document like date, page number, etc. Yes, if we want to print date, present date, we want to print page number, or we want to print any logo in the header or footer, yes, we can print, we can type. Let us now discuss how to insert header and footer in the document. Yes, select insert and then header or footer. Yes, you can see insert is there and then there is option header and footer also. If you will click on header, then sub option default will appear. If you will click on footer, then its sub option default will appear. You want to insert header, click on header. You want to insert footer, then click on footer option and then default. The header area, if you will insert header, the header will area will appear at the top, and if you will insert footer, the footer area will appear at the bottom of the page. Type whatever you want to type in the header or footer. Yes, type. Yes, we can insert image, we can insert page number, we can insert date and time also in the header or footer area. We can set alignment for the header and footer also. Its alternative is select format menu and then select page option. Let us see in the diagram. Yes, there is format menu and page option. Whenever we will select page option from the format menu, the page style default dialog box appears. Which dialog box? The page style default dialog box. Let us see. Yes, page style default dialog box. It has number of tabs. You can see fourth tab it's header and fifth is footer. So for header, click on header tab, and for footer, click on footer tab. You can see whenever we will click on the header tab, first checkbox it's a header on. You want to type in the header, you want to make header on, yes, click on this checkbox. You want to set its margin, yes, we can set left right margin also, and after setting its setting, click on OK. Same for the footer tab. You can see whenever we will click on the footer tab, for the footer same options will appear, set as required, and then click on OK button. Whenever we will click on OK button, a box will appear at the top or bottom area of the page respectively. If you will insert header at the top, and then if you will insert footer, then at the bottom. Yes, type the text. If you want to insert date and time, yes, we can insert date and time also. Type the text, and if you want to insert date and time, yes, from where we can insert date and time? For this, select insert menu, then fields, and number of its sub options will appear. These we can insert in the header as well as in the footer also. First one is date. You want to insert date, select date. You want to insert time, yes, select time. Similar way, page number. You want to count total number of pages, page count is there. Subject, title. You want to add the author name, yes, we can add. So select the desired option, and according to our selected, whatever you will select, if you will select date or time, that will be inserted in the header or footer. So click in the document area after selecting a text or date and time for the header or footer. Click in the document area to finish adding header or footer information. Now you have added header and footer. You want to remove header or footer. How to remove? Let us discuss. Very simple. Select insert header or footer, then default. A message box will appear. Yes. Which message box? Removing headers or footers, delete the contents. Do you want to delete this text? What it mean? Removing headers or footers, delete the contents. That is, whatever you have written, whatever you have typed in the header or footer area, that will also be deleted. Do you want to delete this text? So if you want to delete, then click on yes. If you don't want to delete, then click on no. Adding page number. Already we have discussed how to add page number. So let us see again. Adding page number within the header or footer area. For this, click in the header or footer area. Select the insert menu, then fields, and yes, there is third option, page number. Select the page number option, and the page number will be added. Next and the last topic for the OpenOffice writer is printing a document. That is how to print. We want to make hard copy of the document. What is soft and hard copy? Soft copy is whatever the document, whatever the written text is on the device is in the system, that is the soft copy of your document. And if we will print, and it is on the paper, and that is known as the hard copy of the document. To print a document in the writer, select the file menu and then click on a print option. Yes, you can see file, and then there is print option. You can see its shortcut key also, Ctrl plus P. Yes, from the file menu select the print option, alternative Ctrl plus P, and third way is we can also select the print button on the standard toolbar. Yes, select the print button and then a print dialog box appears. Yes, you can see print dialog box appears. Number of options are there. First one, printer. Printer is the printers attached to your system will appear here. Select the printer on which you want to print your document. Set the range and copies. You want to print all pages, you want to print only a few pages, select according to. Number of copies, here I have selected 1. You want to print its number of copies, yes, you can select. You want to print on the reverse of the page also, yes, we can select the checkbox print in reverse page order. So after selecting the required options, that is printer, range of pages, number of copies, and finally click on which button? Click on the print button on the print dialog box, and your printing will start. So yes, these are the features of OpenOffice Writer which we have discussed. Try these practically also, step by step I have given, so try these steps practically also. And at last I have given a few questions, try these, 1 marks. These are very simple and these are from what we have discussed. I have also given for a practical, it's very simple, try it, and if there will be any problem, yes, you can call me. And with this, yes, we have completed our third unit, that is ICT. If there is any problem in the third unit, you can call or you can message me. Thank you.